The content comes first and the person comes first. Good morning, YouTube. Hey, look, there's my Christmas tree. So I was thinking about different topics for the middle of the week video, and then I had this idea. It's not really gonna center around running or running shoes, but instead it's going to be about how I make my YouTube videos. And the reason why I'm doing this is not to brag, because trust me, my setup is very basic, but I think that's the idea. I think when I was starting out, there's this bit of self-consciousness that you have, that you don't have all of the fancy gear and you don't have this and you don't have that, and it hinders you from putting out content. And I think it's important to show people that you don't need all these fancy cameras and all these fancy lights to make YouTube videos. As I've gone on in my YouTube journey, I have improved or upgraded some stuff, but really it's still very basic. I just wanted to put this out here in case somebody is wanting to start a YouTube channel, or yeah, I don't know, it has just started a YouTube channel, but they're self-conscious about their gear, or they're not sure what kind of gear to get. So I'm gonna shower up, get dressed, and then I'm gonna see you back here for the video. In my work outfit, let's do this. Probably the best perk about working from home is that I don't need to dress up. Not that I ever really was dressing up, but I don't need to make an effort. Somebody is now awake. What are you doing? Being naughty? Oh boy. All right, so the first thing that I have obviously is a camera. So I have a camera that I do all of my talking part. Ruby, how rude. She just dropped her bone on the wood floor. I have my camera that I shoot my talking on, and like all of this stuff where I'm standing here in my first run impressions videos before I go on my run. And if I do any vlogging, this is the camera that I use. So I'm gonna switch over to my iPhone to shoot this part so you can actually see my camera. Okay, so this is my camera. This is a Canon M50, and it's a pretty simple, basic mirrorless camera. And what I like about it so much is that it's very light, so it's easy to hold like this. I just had to put the phone down so that I could open up the screen. But as you can see, it has a flip out screen where I can see myself and when I'm recording. And the cool thing about Canons is that they have really, really good autofocus. At Best Buy, I think you can get it for like $650. The lens that I have on it is just the standard lens that it comes with. I don't have anything fancy on this camera. It's just pretty much base model. I'll link this camera down below if you want to check it out. And then as you can see, I do have some accessories here. And the first one is this thing that looks like a furry rabbit foot. That is a microphone. It's a small one. There's ones you can get that are much bigger. I actually have a bigger one, but it doesn't always work so well. This one is called the Rode Mic Mini. It's $60. I will link that below as well. Again, it's a great mic. And then, of course, we have a tripod. If you're interested in this tripod, it's called the Manfrotto Mini. It's $30. I'll link it down below as well. Highly recommend it for just starting out. And I forgot to mention about the mini tripod is that you can also attach your phone to it right here. So if you don't have a camera like this and you don't want to get one, honestly, just invest in a decent smartphone, iPhone, whatever you're into, Google Pixel thing, whatever. But yeah, you can make it work with your phone without a doubt. So of course, as you guys know from my videos, I'm not just sitting and talking the whole time, I am also running. So of course, I do have a camera for that as well. This is my GoPro Hero 8. I got this camera maybe a couple months into having my YouTube channel, and I have to say it was kind of a game changer. Before this, I had some, I think maybe like the GoPro Hero 3 or something like that, and just the quality was not as good. This really upped the quality. Unfortunately, the audio on this GoPro has stopped working. I have tried everything from resetting the camera to this, to that, to the other thing. The audio just won't work, which thankfully I don't really need because I'm mostly just using this for montage footage. And who knows, maybe Santa will bring me the GoPro Hero 9. I have the camera attached to the GoPro Hero 3-way grip. That way it's pretty long. I do actually wish this was longer, but this is pretty good for now. Yes, it is kind of embarrassing running around with this contraption, but I've gotten used to it, and it's just something that you're gonna have to get used to. My recommendation if you're using the GoPros to film your running is to shoot at 120 frames per second. That will give you the best slow-mo that you can possibly get. I believe since the GoPro Hero 9 is out that you can get this for like 300 bucks. So if you're looking to get an action camera and you don't want to spend like $400, $500, get the GoPro Hero 8. It's almost just as good as the 9. Okay, so now you know what cameras I use, but you're probably wondering, where do I shoot these videos? What's gonna give me the best lighting? What's gonna look good? I don't have a studio like some other YouTubers do. I love that Seth has a studio, and a lot of tech YouTubers, they also have like studios that they literally drive to that are not in their house. That's a little bit above my pay grade, but I do have a dining room table, and I do have a big window for lighting, and you guys probably have that too, or something similar. So that's what you can start out with, and that's what I have right now. So let's take a look. Okay, so all of this right here, this is my setup. I literally sit at this chair right here, at this table, and I am looking at this window. That Hoka box and that other box, yeah, that's my stand for my tripod. I don't have a long, tall tripod that I can just hook the camera up to right now. This is what I got, a bunch of shoe boxes, so we're making it work. Having some natural light in front of your face can really help make your videos look a lot better. It's important that if you have a light source coming from behind you, that you also have a light source coming from the front of you, because you don't want to look backlit. Let me show you. Okay, so this is kind of off center, but just for the purpose of this video, as you can see, the light source in front of me that you just saw is really lighting my face and making it look a lot better than if I had closed these curtains and just used the light in the room, especially because I have this light in the back of me. It's gonna make me look dark and backlit. So let me do that to show you why you don't want this light source to be the only natural light in your shot. So as you can see, not so good. The natural light really does make a big difference in front of you. All right, this looks terrible. I'm gonna open the curtains back up. Okay, but let's say you don't have a ton of natural light in your house or where you're filming and you need a little oomph to your shot. Well, you can buy a light. I did manage to find a light that is pretty inexpensive. And yes, I do have some natural light like I just showed you, but this light just gives the shot a little more, it makes it a little more dynamic. This is the shot without the light, and this is the shot with the light. Well, Emily, how much does the light cost? What does it look like? I'll show you that too. This is the Mount Dog LED softbox light, and what a softbox is basically is a light that has this white sort of covering over it that makes the light softer, less harsh than a light without that would be. It would be very bright. This kind of evens it out a bit, and it comes with this stand. As you can see, it's very nice, and it has this switch to flip it on and off. You can't dim it or anything. It's basically just a white light, but it's worked fine for me thus far, and I really like it. It's adjustable, so you can make it higher or lower. Super inexpensive, all things considered, because lights can be pretty pricey. So if you want to check it out, go to the description of the video, and that's the light that I use. Okay, so Emily, you have this light, you have these cameras. What are you using to edit your footage? So I'm a big Apple fan. When I was in college, I learned how to edit on Final Cut Pro, and at work, we actually use Adobe Premiere. So I've gotten a chance to try both editing softwares, and I know there are others, but that's just the two that I have the most experience with. And I gotta be honest with you, I really do feel like Final Cut Pro is more user-friendly, and another great thing about it is that it's a one-time purchase price of $300. I know it sounds like a lot, but Adobe Premiere is a monthly subscription and it's a lot more money. I believe it's like $239.99 or something like that a year, which is just way too much money for me. Being a news producer does not provide me the money I need for the Adobe Creative Cloud, $600 a year. However, that being said, if you do not have a Mac, if you do not have a Mac or an Apple computer, you can't use Final Cut Pro. It is only for Apple users. If you have a Mac or a PC, you can use Adobe Premiere. And of course, if you don't want to pay for any editing software and you have a Mac, you can use iMovie. And I know a lot of people do that. The Athlete Special, he still is using iMovie to edit his videos, and he has like 60 100K plus subscribers. You don't need one of these editing softwares to make good videos. It's all really about the content. You have to draw the audience in with the content first. Build a base, get one thing first, and then just add on as you go. That's kind of like what I'm doing. The important thing for me right now is to make sure that the content of my videos is solid and that I am doing a good job with what I have. So yeah, I hope this video helps somebody, whether it's giving you ideas about what to get or just showing you that you can do it. And if you're worried about it, and if you haven't started a channel because of that fear of not having enough stuff and it not looking premium quality at first, then don't be afraid and just go for it. Even this shot right now, I'm using my camera and I'm also using the flashlight on my iPhone to light my face. If you feel inspired, if you feel creative, take that and run with it, no matter what kind of stuff you have. And with that, that concludes this video about how I make my YouTube videos. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit that notifications bell down below so you can find out every time I upload a new video. How many times can I say a video in one sentence? Let's play a drinking game. Actually, don't do that because you'll end up in the hospital. I have another video for you guys on Sunday, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like heller. See you next time.